All right, Mike, thank you so much. It's a dry night in Seattle for one of the longest standing rivalries in college basketball history. It's the Huskies and the Cougars, Washington and Washington State. It's a series historically that has been dominated, especially here at home, by the Huskies. However, they'll tell the Cougars that as of late, well, they've had the upper hand. The Cougs, they've won 7 of the last 10 meetings against the Dogs. We welcome you inside Alaska Airlines Arena, heck Ed, for the 300th all-time meeting between the Cougs and the Huskies. Welcome once again, Aaron Goldsmith, alongside former UW great Eldridge Cassiner. Eldridge, you have been on this floor in this game. What is this series like?
It's about bragging rights. All you got to do is look around the arena. There's a lot of fans from both sides. They want to talk smack in the summertime, and you want to win the recruiting war. You don't want a situation like Isaiah Watts going over to Pullman. So this is a big one. Apple Cup, baby.
Well, there's a lot that is different for these two teams. A couple of new head coaches, a couple of new conferences, yet still so much that is the same. We'll turn our attention now to tonight's starting lineups, powered by Ram trucks, built to serve. Well, for those Washington State Cougars, all 5 starters average in double figures, including the former Husky Nate Calmise, the junior out of Gilbert, Arizona, averaging nearly 16 a game. For the Huskies, tell you what, Eldridge, there's a big change. Zoom Diallo is not in the starting lineup. DJ Davis is. It's his 4th start, his first in a month.
I think Danny Sprinkler's looking for more outside shooting. They need somebody to knock down perimeter shots so Great Osobor can do his thing on the interior.
And when you talk about the Dogs this year, you got to talk about Great Osobor, averaging 14 points a game. Kind of an interesting skill set. He's 4th in the conference in rebounds. He's 1st in steals, preseason All Big Ten. This is a Washington State team that can really shoot it, Eldridge. I mentioned all 5 starters in double figures.
Yeah, I tend to shoot around this morning for Washington, and that's one of the things they pointed out is all 5 guys can shoot the basketball. As you mentioned, all 5 are averaging double figures.
This is a bit of a house divided tonight here inside Heck Ed. When the Cougs came out, we heard an applause that sounded like it was the Huskies that was running out on the floor.
Yeah, then when the Huskies came out, we heard some booing. I thought it was Washington State. A lot of Washington State fans live over here in the Seattle area.
Here is DJ Davis getting the start. Tyree Iheanacho has started every game this year. He's out there in particular for his defense, by far their best defender, says Danny Sprinkler, their first-year head coach. Easy bunny there by Makai Mason.
He did a nice job of being under control, taking what the defense gave him. They're so concerned about Great Osobor down on the block that they're going to leave guys open on the perimeter, and they got to knock down those shots.
Entry pass, they feed. Watts tries to handle it, does, and is able to put it through.
Yeah, LeJune Watts at 6'6". He's strong down there in the post. You can see he's well built. Had a lot of success over at Eastern Washington playing for Coach Riley.
And one of a handful of players who followed David Riley to Pullman.
Now this right here, Aaron, should be a matchup that favors Washington.
Mason.
Watts guarding Osobor.
No foul, clean block. Here comes Calmise and the Cougs. Calmise running. You can count it, and 1.
Well, I knew he was going to be ready to play. Played here at Washington last season, didn't get a lot of burn. He's the leading scorer right now for Washington State at 15.5 a game. He just gets it in transition. I knew as soon as he got it, he wasn't going to give it up, but nobody stopped the ball. Got to stop the ball. That's the first thing you learn, is stop the ball in transition.
Calmise, the former Husky. In fact, this is his 3rd program in as many years. He began his career at Lamar. He was the freshman of the year in the conference that year. So he's been a man on the move, but has really found a home, it seems like, on the Palouse.
Yeah, I really liked him last season when he played. He could score the basketball.
Harris penetrating. Mason, he hits.
Yeah, Makai Mason got his first start last game against Eastern Washington in a while. And he's picking up right where he left off in that ball game, knocking down a 3.
And he's shooting over 40% from behind the arc this year. Runner no good, and the tip-in is able to fall. Ethan Price right there, the big man out of England.
Yeah, you can see the Cougars they're aggressive on the offensive glass. Price and Calmise was right there to tip that one in.
Price, one of the handful making their way from Eastern Washington to Washington State with David Riley. And the Cougars given a delay of game warning.
And Washington in that horn set.
From the elbow, Mason a clean look.
That's a good look for him. Knocked down his first two. He needs to stay aggressive.
Trying to feed Price. Harris with those long arms knocks it away, but Alana Watts able to recover. Front iron no good. Erickstrup. Loose ball, contact, and a foul.
Yeah, the fans might be a little bit surprised by number 32, Erickstrom, out there behind the three-point line, but all 5 guys could shoot the three for Washington State.
It's on Osibor, his first. David Riley, interestingly enough, born in Seattle. The Big Sky Coach of the Year the last 2 seasons at Eastern Washington. A really impressive 62-38 record in those 2 years. He netted the back-to-back conference regular season titles.
How about that? Born right here in Seattle. So homecoming for him. Nice pass.
Yes, it was, and it will stay here.
Yeah, good defense by Makai Mason, not picking up the foul on a much taller player.
Mason with all 5 points for the Dogs early tonight. Shot
nice
clock
play.
under 10 with the left hand off the glass. Erickstrup, the senior out of Beaverton, Oregon.
That was great execution right there, and a beautiful pass by June Watts, but great job of posting up, and just an outstanding entry pass for easy two.
How many touches early on for Osibor?
That's a tough left-handed runner right there.
Alana Watts brings it across, a little shimmy. Bryant tonight making his 112th career start. Calmise from the wing.
Yeah, Washington got lucky right there. You can't forget where he is. Even though three-point shooting isn't the strength of his game, he's in scoring mode.
A couple of first-year head coaches, Danny Sprinkle, interestingly enough, born in Pullman. His father played football right here at UW back in the 60s. Comes to Washington after a year at Utah State. He has guided his teams to the tournament 3 straight years. Before Utah State, it was Montana State. He's been a man on the rise. Harris, really impressive outing a couple of games ago against UCLA, a double-double, the first of his career. Osibor feeds Harris, and the 3 won't fall.
He had 27 early in the season.
Isaiah Watts.
He has to get consistent.
Watts with a turnover. He's really having a breakout season, but couldn't control it that time.
Looked like he may have hit a wet spot down there. He kind of slid a little bit.
And here is Zoom Diallo, normally a starter, the freshman out of Tacoma, coming off the bench tonight with DJ Davis getting the start. Wilhelm Breidenbach on the floor for the first time. He gives Osibor a breather. What do you make of Diallo not getting the start tonight, Eldridge?
I'm not sure what's going on with that. Initially, I thought Danny Sprinkles was looking for some perimeter shooting, but DJ Davis didn't even take a shot from 3 or from 2. So not sure what that was all about. But I love this young man's game, man. He's 6'4". He's just going right to work.
Yeah, he looks like he was ready to play. Highly, highly rated recruit. Watts, a deep 3. Oh, and he connects. He is having a monster year so far.
Well, you know he's not going to turn down any wide open threes. That's a yak 'em for Isaiah Watts coming back home.
West Seattle kid making a 6th consecutive start.
Yes, sir. Not really recruited by Washington, so he's playing with a chip on his shoulder.
Davis gets an easy lane, takes advantage, his first bucket.
That's a nice drive by DJ. Known more for his three-point shooting, but maybe that'll get him going, getting a little easy layup.
This is a foul that'll send it the other way. 15-18 to go in the first half. And yeah, there's a little bit of a buzz in the building tonight. The 300th meeting all time between the Cougars and the Dogs here in Seattle. FS1 College Hoops is powered by Ram Trucks, built to serve. Back at side Hecken, Washington and Washington State. One of the longest standing rivalries in college basketball history. Huskies lead the all-time series, but it's the Cougs who have had the better end as of late. They've won 7 of the last 10. 300th all-time meeting between these two programs.
Yeah, Washington State had a lot of success under Kyle Smith. I think the most successful coach since Tony Bennett back in the day. But yeah, a big one for our fans back east and now in the Midwest. Washington is known as the Apple State. Yakima over there in Eastern Washington, so we call this bad boy the Apple Cup.
Hey, something that stands out early, Washington State is out-rebounding the Huskies 8-0 so far.
Yeah, no offensive or defensive rebounds for Washington. That's not good.
Well, Davis wants a deep three and rattles off the iron.
Well, that's why he's in the game right there. He's got to knock those down. His job is to spread the floor so the guys on the interior can do their thing.
Watts lost it. Makai Mason with Breidenbach. Mason denied at the rim. They have signaled Cougars ball.
It seems like Mason just got a little bit too casual with it. And as we take another look, Doyle was blocked.
That's Tomas Throsterson, the freshman out of Iceland.
Yeah, Throsterson got a hand on that one. Great job by him.
Just checked in.
He's got a nice body on him. For a freshman.
Oh, it is UW ball after all. Breidenbach, he can hit those in the corner, left wide open, and it rattles out.
Yeah, Washington State never saw him, Aaron. They dodged the bullet right there.
And Diallo with a foul right over the back.
That was a great look for Breidenbach. As you mentioned, he could knock down that three-point shot. He's 6'10", but he can shoot the three.
4 for 12 now this season from deep.
The Huskies are a little bit of a 1-3-1 here, going to try to trap.
Calmes, air ball.
Oh, wow.
And Moore tried to save it, went right off his hand. Pardon me, Davis.
It's a little unusual in this era. You know, Nate Calmes, 6'3" guard, but he's not really known for his three-point shooting. He likes to get to the basket. Yeah, the refs is getting a little chippy out there, Aaron.
And Calmes had a little bit of a hard time behind the arc at times this year. He's been a real volume shooter. Right back to him. Almost lost it, hangs tough, and you can count it. Yeah, he flexes. And one again for Nate Calmes.
That's where he feels more comfortable. You know, in the lane, even though he's a small guy, he's going to get the three-pointer the old-fashioned way, the and one. He's flexing. He's up for this game. I ain't mad at you. Yeah, showing some nice strength, finishing through the contact. Nate Calmes, formerly a Washington Husky, last season under Mike Hopkins.
And you can see the numbers for him this year, averaging essentially 16 a game. He's got 6 already. Diallo brings it across. McDonald's All-American. How many touches still for Great Osibor? He's got one here.
Shoot it.
Davis lets it fly.
He's got to hit a couple, Aaron. I think he done lost his confidence a little bit, so he's got to knock down a few.
Osibor gets fouled. He brought down that one-handed rebound. First on Ethan Price.
We'll get our first look at Jace Butler as he's going to give DJ Davis a blow.
Yeah, Butler coming off a season-high 25 minutes against Eastern Washington. Top 100 recruit, former Illinois commit, in fact.
Yeah, Danny Sprinkle said he wanted to reward him. He was working really hard in practice. He played quite a bit against Eastern Washington. He's one of the first guys off the bench here tonight behind Zoom Diallo.
Now Zoom taking it with a finger roll.
That's his game right there. And attacking the basket, he has a really nice mid-range jumper. Plays with a lot of confidence.
Calmes, that one-handed pass just could not be held on to by Lawan Watts.
As we take a look at Zoom here. Nice little crossover. The freshman's just too slow for him. Rasmussen, bad matchup for him on the perimeter against Zoom Diallo.
Diallo coming off 14 points on a 6-for-6 shooting night against Eastern Washington. Asabor.
4 guys around him.
Yes.
Yeah, somebody's got to be ready to knock down the shot. You got to have your hands ready to be locked and loaded because he's getting a lot of attention. I mean, 4 defenders were on him that time.
Prasterson picks up the foul.
So this is the problem for Washington. Oh, that wasn't the play right there, but Great Asabor is getting a lot of attention, so guys are going to have to knock down some perimeter shots so he can at least do this and go one-on-one with his own guy.
Spin cycle from Asabor. He checks in with his first bucket. 4-point game all of a sudden.
He's really good if he can get a one-on-one matchup. There's not many guys that can guard him, Aaron, but when you send 3 and 4 people at him, he has no choice but to pass it. So his teammates have to knock down perimeter shots.
He's trying to set something up for the Cougs. He steps back for the triple.
Yeah, that's not his game right there.
Asabor finds Diallo. Diallo. Asabor trying to direct a little bit of traffic there.
He's really unselfish, Aaron. You know, he's a man guy on this UW team, but he doesn't force bad shots.
4 to shoot now. Oh, and a triple buried from deep by Zoom Diallo.
I'll tell you what, Aaron, if he can do that, opposing teams are going to be in trouble because that's not really Zoom Diallo's game. If he can knock down 3-point shots consistently, boy, is he going to be tough to guard.
And now an offensive foul gives it back to the Dogs.
You take a look at Zoom right here. Not really known for his 3-point shooting, but his form looked good on that one. And he knocked it down as he blows a kiss like Mario Ellie, like it was the kiss of death or something. I see you, Zoom.
That's a 7-0 run for the Huskies. Has made it a 1-point Cougars lead now. Christian King, number 7 in black, checks in for the first time for the Huskies.
Yeah, local kid from Seattle Prep High School.
Ball in his hand.
Yeah, that's got to be the frustrating thing for Great Asabor. You know, he gets doubled, he makes the right play, and guys just can't convert.
Calmes, wing 3.
He's going to miss 100 of them because he's going to keep shooting, man. That's 0 for 4 for 3 for him.
Watts commits the foul. A pretty good pace and a close one. 1-point Washington State lead early on in the first half. One-point game almost midway through the first half. There was a sequence for the Huskies that really stood out to you, Al.
I think it's their problem this season. I mean, look at all the attention Great Asabor gets down there. There's 4 guys around him. Guys have to be ready on the perimeter, locked and loaded, ready to shoot the ball. Makai Mason, he's got to shoot that and he's got to knock it down because if he doesn't, the defense is going to continue to sit in Great Asabor's lap the whole entire season, not just this game, but the entire season. And he has to be frustrated, Aaron, because he never gets one-on-one matchups down there. It's always a double team. That time it was 4 guys. That's one of the reasons I think DJ Davis was in the starting lineup. Danny Sprinkle was looking for somebody to knock down perimeter shots.
It was a surprise to see Davis getting the start instead of Zoom Diallo. Diallo in the game, bringing the ball across for the Huskies. Chance for the Dogs to take the lead with this possession.
And here we are again. You know, everybody's just kind of shading over towards him.
Asabor. And it's 5 seconds.
That's a good call by the refs. He kind of lost track of time.
Well, you almost never see that called, a 5-second violation.
Especially without a dribble. He never put the ball on the floor. But he's looking around for the defenders because, once again, his teammates just aren't knocking down perimeter jumpers consistently.
Case Wynot, 51 on the court for the first time for the Cougars. Good pass down low. Watts on a whistle.
Yeah, I thought Isaiah should have went up with that one as soon as he got it. Hesitated a little bit, and as a result, couldn't get the shot off.
That's the second on Asabor.
Oh, that's not good.
And just with that, Wilhelm Breidenbach checks in. So Asabor needs a breather with 2 fouls now. A good shot right over the stretched arms of Harris. Watts now with 5 points.
Yeah, Washington totally fell asleep on the inbound guy. Two guys ran out to the corner and left Isaiah Watts all by himself. Nice little left-handed finish. Where's the offense going to come from now, Aaron? Who's going to initiate it?
Zoom hanging, too strong off the back iron, and a big rebound brought down by LaJuan Watts.
No relation, if you're wondering, between LaJuan Watts and Isaiah Watts, at least not to my knowledge.
Nope, you're right. Foul on the floor.
LaJuan Watts is talking a lot of smack out there. He is talking to everybody. Which means he's feeling pretty good about his game, man. He's feeling like Julio Rodriguez out there, man. I'm the man.
First foul on Jace Butler. They swing it around. Isaiah Watts behind the back feed and denied at the rim by Breidenbach. Wow, it looked so good until the end for the Cougars right there.
Oh, Isaiah showing shades of his grandfather, Slick, with the sweet behind the back pass. LaJuan Watts just couldn't get it to go. What a beautiful look.
And a turnover.
Yeah, bad pass that time by Watts.
Diallo on the block. Breidenbach off the window, able to roll it in.
Yeah, nice dish by Zoom Diallo. Looked like he was stuck down there, but he found a way to get that pass off to Breidenbach. He finishes for easy two. That's too much hands by Jace.
That's 2 quick fouls on Jace Butler.
It looked like he didn't have anywhere to go right here. It looked like the Cougs had done a good job of double teaming him, but he found a way to get that ball to Wilhelm Breidenbach for the easy two. I really like Zoom Diallo's game. As I mentioned, 6'4" for a point guard in college. That's big.
DJ Davis comes back in. He takes Jace Butler's spot.
You know, without Great Osobor on the floor, I really would like to see Washington pick up the pace and try to push it a little bit. See if they can get some easy buckets in transition, because they don't have a guy on the interior that they could just give the ball to and say, get a basket. That's not Wilhelm Breidenbach's game, and it isn't Tyler Harris's either.
Price hits the front end of the 1-and-1. Price, the 6'10" senior out of England. Eastern Washington transfer, came over with his head coach David Riley.
Yeah, when I saw he was from England, I was wondering if he knew Great Osobor at all. He's a big dude at 6'10". Rocking number 3, which is normally a guard's number, Aaron.
And both those guys from England.
Yeah, Gray's rocking number 1. The great Oscar Robertson is the most famous number 1 that I can recall.
Here's Harris, puts it on the deck.
He's been really quiet. He's got to try to find a way to get himself going.
5 to shoot now for the Huskies. Davis with a Euro step and a swat from behind from Isaiah Watts.
Yeah, Isaiah said, get that out of here.
He feeds Eric Strupp.
That was a really nice little turnaround jump hook. Just couldn't get it to go.
Breidenbach thought about it.
Yeah, he should have shot it. He thought too long. You study long, you study wrong. He should have shot that one. Take a look at DJ Davis here driving to the cup. You think he's going to be able to get off an easy shot. Isaiah Watts says, not today, baby. And he flexes a little bit.
That's 2 on LaJuan Watts. He heads to the bench. Will you say that again? Study long, study wrong? Is that
study
what that
long,
was?
study wrong, yeah. Can't sit out there waiting that long to shoot it there. You know, and it's frustrating for the guy that makes the pass, because he's giving up a shot attempt to hook you up because you're open. You got to be ready to shoot it. And the Huskies just aren't.
Huskies have really struggled, to put it mildly, from the free throw line this year.
Yeah, no kidding. Wilhelm Breidenbach is a pretty decent shooter, but they all seem to be struggling at the free throw line. Nice seal. Oof.
Harris reaching in.
That's Ethan Price. He just got great post position. You know, 3 feet from the basket. You got to fight around either 3/4 or front defensively, Aaron. You can't play behind when the guy's that deep.
First foul on Tyler Harris. 1-and-1 coming here for Ethan Price. Price closing in on 1,200 career points. Now, we mentioned earlier that tonight is Ethan Price's 112th career start. What an impressive career he's had. He has started every game he has ever played in college.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. That goes to show you that, you know, he must be a really good player. Coaches want to have guys on the floor that they don't think can help them win.
Makes both free throws once again. 21-16 now, Cougs. Davis driving. Tries to step through, has no shot.
He's too small to try to gather himself down there in the lane. He's got to go up quicker than that.
Something opens up there for Makai Mason, who got off to a hot start. Now has 7 tonight. Averages about 9 a game.
Well, he's going to have the type of ball game that he had against Eastern Washington when he absolutely just lit it up.
Backdoor feed, but no finish. They're looking for a foul. Thrasterson, the freshman out of Iceland, couldn't put it in. Harris hanging tough. And another defensive effort by Thrasterson, his second block. Upstairs, watch out, ring the bell, Isaiah Watts.
Sook it now. Isaiah Watts climbing the ladder. Last year he had about 2 or 3 dunks against the Huskies in this very building. He's got some bounce. They got him listed at 6'3". He's about 6'2", but he definitely has some spring. Isaiah Watts coming home and showing out.
Seattle native from nearby West Seattle. Eric Strupp with the feed. Price gets Harris in the air, and Price dinged up, holding his eye or his face somewhere. No foul called. And now a foul on the other end as Davis hits the floor, and Price is still needing some time.
Yeah, he must have got hit pretty good. He's leaning on the scorer's table on the Washington side. So you know he's not faking it. They're going to take a look at West Seattle's own Isaiah Watts climbing the ladder, catching it live, and throwing it down with a little bit of a flex at the end.
Lost their head coach and their quarterback. All right, here's what happened just moments ago with Ethan Price.
I couldn't see it, Aaron. Could you? Obviously he got hit, but I couldn't see if it was an elbow, if it was a hand, if it was a finger.
Yeah, he felt it enough. He's inside the locker room right now. You can see this just moments ago. And now making his way back towards the bench right there. So that's good news for the Cougars.
I don't think it's going to be quite a Willis Reed situation, is it? I don't think so.
Looks like he's all right.
DJ Davis is a 95% free throw shooter. That's big time right there.
Yeah, they'd like him to shoot some more given their struggles. Last year he led the nation shooting 95% from the stripe. He's made it a 1-possession game for the Dogs now. Iheanacho back on the floor for the Huskies. Haven't seen him in a little while.
Yeah, you're right. He got a long rest on the bench.
Loose ball. Calmise. Well, recovered after it was tipped. 7 to shoot now for the Cougars.
And a travel. It's a good call. He topped a little bit before he passed it. Of course, Riley doesn't like the call, but I think it's a good one by the ref. And Nate Calmise lost his concentration on that play. Picked the ball up looking for somebody to throw it to and took a little bit of a hop. I'm not sure we're going to see Great Osobor again in this first half, Aaron, with 2 fouls.
Harris trying to hang tough. And a foul as Indy Okafor, the Cal transfer, went up.
Yeah, they're going to call that one on Wilhelm Breidenbach. It's only his first. And just as I said, here comes Osobor now. So much for that.
What else can you tell us, Eldridge?
Danny Sprinkle's rolling. He's rolling the dice. I can tell you that. If he picks up 3, woo, that's going to be big. I guess he has enough confidence in his veteran player to know that he can play without picking up a foul.
Osobor's talking to one of the officials right now.
Yeah, he's trying to buy himself a call. That's what he's doing. If I foul, ref don't call it on him. I want to stay on the floor.
Maybe trying to clarify something. Iheanacho sprints it across for the Huskies.
Oh,
Backdoor
nice
pass. Davis at the rim, and a little stare down by Isaiah Watts. So the Cougars have had some defense around the 10 early on in the first half. Good feed down low, and it's put in. First points tonight by Thrasterson.
Well, nobody had any idea that Thrasterson was down there underneath the basket, wide open by himself. And then on the other end, on offense, DJ Davis just totally went into relaxation mode like he thought it was going to be an easy shot attempt. The guy just swatted right back at him.
Iheanacho tucks it like a running back and is able to roll it off the glass. His first points.
And that's the way you got to attack the basket right there. Strong. I like Iheanacho on the defensive end, Aaron. He really competes.
Now Danny Sprinkle's saying he is by far their best defender, and a steal there. That's something Osobor does so well. Davis lines it up, and he hits.
That's what Danny Sprinkle's looking for. He's got to find a way to get him some shots so he can get his confidence back, because the Huskies going to need him in Big Ten play. Coach Riley's trying to get a timeout, but the officials or his team didn't see it.
All tied with just under 5.5 to play in the first half. Trying to answer, Watts.
Yeah, if I'm Washington, I try to run something for DJ Davis again to get him a good look.
Harris for the lead.
Or Tyler Harris, either one.
Timeout call, David Riley.
That three right there got the crowd into it a little bit, Aaron. And that's what they need for this home crowd to get behind them, because there are a lot of Washington State fans in here, but they're quiet right now. Back-to-back threes. Take a look at the first one here. DJ Davis. A little bit of rim. Got it to go. And then this one by Tyler Harris is just all bottoms, what I like to call, ladies and gentlemen, the yak 'em when there's nothing between.
An 8-0 run by the Dogs in a minute's time. And their first lead in this game since they were on top 2-0 just seconds into the contest.
You know, I got a good story for you, Aaron. I went to shoot around earlier today, and I tried to give Coach Sprinkle a lapel pin. And he told me that Marv Harshman's son, Dave Harshman, had gave him one. I said, well, I'm pretty sure it's not like mine. He said, yeah, it is. So then when he got home, and he said, you're right, it's a little bit different. The one Dave Harshman gave me didn't have the Space Needle in it. I said, well, do you want it? He said, I want anything that'll help us knock down some outside shots. How about that? So no one's happier right now than Danny Sprinkle with DJ Davis and Tyler Harris knocking down back-to-back threes.
And it's been a tough year shooting the ball for the Huskies. Very different story for the Cougars. They've been so good offensively this year as it's thrown away. Another turnover by Washington State. That has been a major trend in this first half for the Cougars.
Well, that one was really unforced. He just kind of threw it out of bounds. LaJuan Watts was trying to post up and looked like the big fella thought he was going to pop out to the corner.
9 turnovers for the Cougs, just 1 for the Dogs. Price is on the floor for Washington State after having to exit with that eye injury. Under 5 minutes to play in the first half. Another three.
There you go.
Another three made by DJ Davis.
It's amazing what happens when you see that ball go through the hoop, Aaron. Your confidence just shoots through the roof. If that young man can get it going from the perimeter, this is going to be a different Washington team.
Yeah, Davis getting the start tonight now in double figures.
He was ready, locked and loaded, didn't hesitate. Shoot it high and let it fly, young fella. That's what Washington needs. They need him to knock down perimeter shots. A great block.
Iheanacho right there. And they rule a jump ball.
It's going to stay with Washington State, yep.
Possession arrow stays on this side.
Well, June Watson, he's just talking smack to everybody out there, and I think he's the one that's going to get a technical right here. Man, he is really yapping. Oh no, they called that on the Huskies.
Well, it's Price who gets the assignment at the line.
I thought they called the technical foul on LaJuan Watts.
Well, we believe that technical foul was on Huskies head coach Danny Sprinkle.
Yeah, how about that?
Price fading. Big rebound pulled down by LaJuan Watts. And will stay here with the Cougs.
That was a good contest by Tyler Harris.
All right, right there is Danny Sprinkle circled. Well, whatever he said.
It wasn't good.
It was enough.
I'm no lip reader, but I can read that symbol for the technical foul.
Well, that's on Mason as Watts a little banged up.
And the crowd starting to get a little bit upset, the home crowd here. Feeling like all the calls are going against him. Danny Sprinkle didn't argue the technical, so he must have said something.
Yeah, you're right. He didn't seem too surprised.
No, not at all. He had that go ahead and find me look on his face. He's an intense guy, Aaron. That shoot around today, he was getting into some of the players pretty good. You know, making sure they knew the importance of this game. As I mentioned, a lot of guys that go to Washington State end up living over here in the Seattle area after school because Pullman is such a small town. So a lot of bragging rights in this one.
Watts gets both. Cougs in the double bonus.
Yeah, the Cougars with a little token full court pressure here. Don't look like they're trying to trap or anything like that, but just make Washington run some time off the clock.
Huskies have made their last 4 shots. Deflected, but King holds on. Davis.
He should have shot it there. He hit his last 2.
He's got 10 points and a foul from behind. Calmes can't believe it. That's the first on Nate Calmes. 3:35 to play in the first half. First time on either side of this rivalry for David Riley and Danny Sprinkle, a couple of first-year head coaches with their respective programs. Coming up on the halftime report powered by Ram Trucks, we'll recap the first half, plus Mike Hill and Seth Davis will take us through the highlights from a busy night in hoops around the country. Beautiful night here in Seattle. Huskies and the Cougars. We've got some connections. And this one to the Sonics. Isaiah Watts, the grandson of Slick Watts, Sonics point guard back in the 70s, and Christian King, the son of Rich King, big man for the Sonics in the 90s.
Yes, sir. Seattle Supersonic connection. Slick, I know you're watching, man. I miss seeing you, man. I just want you to know that I love you. Happy holidays to you. The 2 young fellas representing their pops and grandpops. I know Rich King is in here somewhere. I normally see him at the game. I haven't spotted him yet. And for some of our viewers that may not know, Slick Watts had a stroke 2 years ago, so he's been really struggling with that. So I just want to wish him well and wish him a great holiday season.
Davis gets the second.
Yeah, you know he's not going to miss any free throws. There's one guy that can knock him down is him. Just nice to see him hit a couple threes too, Aaron. Hopefully he can get his confidence going.
Iheanacho.
It looked like that was a push off by Nate Calmes right there at the end. Yeah, speaking of the Watts family, here's Isaiah's dad, Dono, and Slick's son. Played here in the early 2000s. Made the NCAA tournament. I believe they lost to UConn back then on a horrible shot right at the end.
Calmes hanging tough. Breidenbach, like a grand piano, just hits the deck.
Man.
And looks like he takes Eric Strupp with him, who's holding his elbow.
Yeah.
Breidenbach is slow to get up.
I hope both players are okay, because that was a horrible fall.
Now Breidenbach looks like he is reeling in pain.
Man, that was not pretty, Aaron. And Washington really can't afford for him to go down with Frank Kepnon already out.
This is the 9th game without 6'11" big man Frank Kempnong, who's dealing with a knee injury, had a minor surgical procedure. They're hoping to get him back early in the new year.
And we take another look at it, and Bartenbach just went in there, just going after the ball. Didn't look that bad from that angle, but obviously it is, because he's still on the floor.
There is Kempnong.
He's got a towel up to his face, Aaron. Looked like that left side of his face must have hit the floor.
Let's look at that last one.
Good to see him get up.
There's no concussion tent basketball, is there? Is he going to go in the tent? I hope he doesn't go in the tent, Aaron. We need him out on the floor.
Well, they're going to take a look at him.
Yeah, he's going into the back, into the locker room. Hopefully he's okay. That was a pretty ugly fall.
Well, this game is getting pretty physical. A lot of fouls. Both teams in the double bonus. We've seen some stare downs on some big blocks, rejections at the rim.
It's chippy. Some Gary Payton trash talk going on out there for sure. No doubt about that, but I wouldn't expect anything different, especially with Isaiah Watts being from Seattle, Nate Calmeek's playing here last year, and just the whole Apple Cup rivalry.
Yeah, you saw that. Actually, it's the 3rd foul on Dana Erikstrup. This is a Washington State team that's already really shorthanded. I mean, they've lost some major players for the season because of injury.
Yeah, you hate to see injuries on either side. You know, it's just unfortunate, but it is a part of the game.
They did review that just for good measure. It is nothing more than a common foul.
Yeah, I didn't see any ill intent by anyone out there. Just guys hustling, trying to go after that rebound.
Well, this is the 2nd player in the first half that has had to go back to the locker room to be looked at. Of course, Ethan Price had to spend a few moments back in the Cougars locker room. Was hit in the eye. He's back on the floor now.
What's going on here, Aaron? The ref just said, okay, if you guys aren't going to come get on the free throw line, just go let him shoot it anyway. I don't think I've ever seen this before. Normally they wave the guys out of the huddle.
Iheanacho misses the first. You can see Price, the side of his head is a little red from where he was banged up earlier. Maybe it wasn't his eye. He was holding the side of his face, right near his eye. 3 for 7 from the line for the Huskies in the first half. Long rebound, stripped, and Harris recovers. Seattle back on the floor for the Huskies.
Yeah, Washington looks to be content to take their time and run their sets.
No real big man for the Dogs right now.
No really top option either offensively.
Seattle just lost it.
Well, he lost it, got it back, and lost it again. It's a careless turnover. He's got to take better control, better care of the ball.
Load Watts, a little shimmy.
Yeah, he's not going. Oh, that's an offensive foul. Yeah.
And now Iheanacho is left holding the side of his face, or maybe right by his nose and his mouth.
That's going to be 3 on Watts, so he's going to have to come out.
That's the 2nd Cougar with 3 fouls.
It was just reactional. It wasn't intentional at all.
Previous call on the court is under review.
They will take a closer look at it.
Come on, Aaron, really?
Well, they didn't see the replay like we did, Al.
Oh, okay, all right.
Now they are.
Yeah, I expect this to be a quick decision. Kind of like Mike Tyson back in the day. This better be quick, Aaron. You go to the bathroom and get some popcorn. It's over.
That was nothing like Mike Tyson. It's a 3-point game with 2:14 to play in the first half.
Yeah, Watts, he's going to have to sit down. That's 3 fouls on him, so that's going to hurt Washington State.
And so Watts and Erikstrup both with 3 fouls. Meanwhile, the Huskies have been pretty careful with Great Osobor in the first half. He picked up 2 fouls somewhat early. It's really limited his minutes.
And I haven't seen Breidenbach come back out to the bench yet either, Aaron. He's still back in the back.
I mean, if somebody told you that with roughly 2 minutes to play in the first half, the Huskies would be leading and Osobor would have 2 points.
I wouldn't believe it. I would not believe it. But when guys like DJ Davis has 10 in the first half, that's one of the reasons why. 2 for 4 from 3. We know he's money at the free throw line. He's not going to miss too many of those. And he's up for 2 more right here.
Davis leading all scorers. A flagrant 1.
Okay, Aaron, how do you call a flagrant 1 when it's just a reactional swinging of the arm? I didn't see anything intentional at all. Yeah, I don't agree with that one. I don't blame David Riley right here for being upset with that call. Looked like Lawan Watts just reacted trying to go for the loose ball when it was deflected from him. And he accidentally slapped Ian Nacho in the face, but they called it a flagrant 1. Wow. So take another look right here. You can see, I don't think he meant to do that, but maybe I'm wrong. But I do have my contacts in there, so I think I saw it pretty good. If I didn't have them in, that would be different.
Ian Nacho misses the second.
It's one of the smaller lineups you'll see from Washington. Now the biggest guy on the floor is Tyler Harris. So he's going to be playing the 5.
Harris at 6'8".
You can see Washington State has scouted these plays.
Harris takes it deep straightaway too. Very short, in fact. Cougars ball.
Yeah, he's starting to settle for threes. He's got to develop the ability to put that ball on the floor and create something a little bit, Aaron. He's 6'8", long arms, long legs, pretty good athlete. If he's going to have a chance at playing at the next level, he's going to have to learn how to put that ball on the floor and create a shot.
Calmise with the right hand. He can't get it to fall. And Ian Nacho recovers and pushes ahead. Here is Davis. Davis, a game-high 11 points.
Yeah, he hasn't had a lot of luck going in the lane, so if I'm him, I'm going to stay out here on the perimeter.
And Diallo will set things up with under 90 seconds to play in the first half. Diallo hits the deck hard, will stay on this end.
Well, that was great help defense that time by Okafor. Zoom didn't seem to care that the big man was coming over to help. Went up with it anyway and got it swatted out of bounds.
Osobor's coming in with 1:17 to play in the first half. Playing with 2 fouls. They've been very careful with him as a result.
He's a smart player.
They get it right to him, and it pays off, and he's got a flex.
He flexed like he just had 30 or something. He's got 2.
He's got 4 points in the first half now.
Yeah, he's happy, huh? All right. I ain't mad at you, big fella. Wow. I might flex myself up here if I make a good observation there. It's a great job getting good position, finishing with the left hand, and you can see he's excited to score. Yeah. I don't know, you know. He's going to stay on the floor here with 1:05 left here in this first half. Washington up 6.
Huskies have made 5 of their last 7 shots. Meanwhile, Cougs are 0 for their last 8. With so many turnovers here in the first half. 12 turnovers by the Cougars. Ian Nacho just slipped.
Yeah, that floor must be slick.
Watts recovers. Loose ball. Harris tangled up with it. And a jump ball.
Yeah, good job by Tyler Harris of getting the tie up.
It was Harris and Thrasterson. It's Husky ball.
A little bit too much mustard on that hot dog pass by Isaiah Watts. He's going for the ESPN highlight play, the Fox highlight play on every possession. A simple pass would have just did it. And Washington in that horn set again. But DJ Davis just doesn't have enough height and length to get his shot off once he gets into the lane. He's got to be a little bit quicker.
Harris gliding. Looked like he might have been fouled. Nothing called.
Yeah. They let it go.
Under 20 seconds, shot clock turned off.
Yeah, it looked like Washington State's going to hold it for the last shot here.
They are 0 for the last 8. Price, 3 seconds hanging, and he's able to put it through as time expires. And that wraps up half number 1 from Seattle. 35-31, Washington leading Washington State, and the Cougars really needed a bucket going into halftime.
That was nice patience by Ethan Price right there. Took his time, kept his pivot foot, and got it to go. It's a veteran move by him.
After the break, we'll recap the first half, plus we'll look at highlights from around college hoops. Stick around, we got plenty more coming up as the Huskies lead the Cougars 35-31 at halftime. About to start half number 2, Washington leading Washington State 35-31. Wilhelm Breidenbach went down hard, and looks like Eldridge, showing off some stitches there from inside the locker room.
Yeah, there'll be no throw it down, big man, throw it down. Won't be no Bill Walton action for him in the second half.
Well, you did think about it for a second, right? He's got the rec specs on, and obviously the side of his head hit the deck, and you have to figure that those glasses just went pressing right into the side of his head, right?
I would agree with you 100% on that.
Well, this is the 300th meeting all time between these two teams. It is one of the longest active running series in all of college basketball.
Yeah, it's kind of sad they aren't in the same conference anymore. But UW in the Big Ten, and Washington State will be in the Pac-12 again, but right now they're playing a WCC conference schedule.
An affiliate member of the WCC this year and next. Cougars have it to begin the second half. First time this year the Cougars have trailed at halftime. And a very poor shooting first half for WSU by their own standards.
I think one of the reasons they're off to such a good start is Coach Riley took a lot of guys from Eastern Washington winning that newest system. As we take a look right there, that's just too easy.
Eric Strupp, who had just 2 points in the first half, gets an easy bucket to begin half number 2. He's playing with 3 fouls.
And a great set coming out of the half to get him a good look, and a bad pass by a great Alcibor right there.
Only 4 turnovers for the Huskies in the first half, but a quick one right away here.
And that one had no chance.
Eric Strupp off the iron.
From a layup to a 3.
Yeah, a little chippy foul. Now this is on the heels of a half where both teams found the double bonus.
Is that one on Watts?
If it is, that's his 4th.
No, he's still on the floor, so it can't be on him.
No longer. That is on Watts. Lawan Watts now with 4 fouls.
Oh, wow.
It'll be a while till we see him again, huh?
Yeah, he's going to be sitting over there. I don't think Coach Riley's going to roll the dice with 19-10 left. Don't think so.
Iheanacho had a steam, trying to throw it down and foul.
Oh, I like it, Aaron. That's the way you attack the rim, boys and girls. Yeah, he's smiling. He knew he wanted to put somebody on the poster. Nice little crossover to free himself. Yeah, I didn't know he had that kind of bounce. I haven't seen him dunk, I don't think, all season.
Iheanacho, one of just 2 Huskies to start every game this year. They've been tinkering, trying to find their best starting 5. North Dakota transfer, led them in assists, 2nd in scoring. And it has just been a dreadful night at the free throw line for the Dogs.
Yeah, they're really struggling, and I know they're getting up extra free throws after practice, but they just are not in a good rhythm from the line.
They're 4 for 10. This year they rank near the very bottom in the nation in free throw percentage, as Iheanacho gets the 2nd. Meanwhile, the Cougs have been nearly flawless from the stripe. Iheanacho, known for his defense, picks that one off. Feeds Alcibor, and he can't finish right at the rim.
Yeah, he missed the chippy. That was a beautiful setup by Iheanacho.
Another turnover for the Cougars. They throw it away.
He spoon-fed him like a baby in a high chair, and he just couldn't knock it down. Boy, that's got to be frustrating for Alcibor. You talked about Ian Nacho starting every game. For the young players that are out there, the boys and girls that are out there, everybody's always talking about scoring. That young man has started every ball game because of his defense, not his scoring.
Davis. Meanwhile, you saw the note there, 15 turnovers for the Cougs. That is what they average per game. They are already at that mark just moments into the second half. And a swat at the rim by Makai Mason.
Get it out of here, Nate Calmeese. And he scores on the other end.
Count it and one.
Yeah, that's the way to reward a guy that's playing great defense. You won't see two better plays on opposite ends than that right there. Makai Mason coming with it on D. Nate Calmeese thought he had an easy layup. Makai Mason said, give me that. Gives it up, Aaron. He runs the floor and he gets rewarded. Chance for a three-point play. Lost his shoe on top of all of that. Guys with these low tops, though, they come out. You come out of low tops a lot easier than. I don't think anybody out there has on a high top, so I might as well be quiet.
Another missed free throw.
Showing my age.
For the Dogs.
A good heads on defense by great Asabor.
Harris picked that easily. Ahead to Asabor. Euro step. And this, they count. A goaltend.
He just knows how to play. He's 6'8". Did that Euro step with ease. Isaiah Watts on the goaltend. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it started coming down yet, Aaron. It might have been right at the apex. Ref saw it differently.
Well, they count it. And Asabor is hoping for this crowd to get into it. A timeout called by the Cougars. FS1 College Hoops is powered by Ram Trucks, built to serve. Welcome back inside Heckhead. Aaron Goldsmith alongside former Husky great Eldridge Recastner.
Washington State needs a bucket right here, Aaron. Lawan Watts is out, but Isaiah Watts is in, and Nate Calmeese, their leading scorer, got the rock right now. Let's see if he can get something going.
From the wing, a three, and it rattles out. They have not been able to get the three ball to fall. Harris comes up with a loose ball. Davis to Mason.
Asabor thought about it.
Asabor tries to spin his way to the rim. He does, and he finishes.
He just was determined to try to get a bucket right there, and he did. Nice little left-handed finish off the glass. If he can get one-on-one matchups, Aaron, he can beat his defender most of the time. But the problem is he's getting doubled and even tripled.
Ooh, falls right on top of the ball.
He's pumped up. They must give out some kind of reward or something for diving on the floor, because he's a little bit too excited to just pick up a loose ball, don't you think? Look at him.
Man, glad he's all right.
That's a big boy. That floor is not going to hurt him.
17 turnovers tonight for the Cougars.
Wow.
More than their single game season average.
Yeah, it's hard to believe they're just down 9 with 17 turnovers.
Largest lead of the game for the Huskies. Backdoor. Iheanacho up and under.
That's a beautiful set. Yeah, the reason that play worked is the defense was worried about a DHO to dribble handoff. But Iheanacho ended up going back. Whoa! Put him on a poster, Aaron. What? Isaiah Watts, ladies and gentlemen, jumping right into your living room, family room, kitchen, wherever you're at. He's jumping right in it. Oh, he posterized great Asabor. Good Lord.
And he's getting all the Cougar fans in the building up now.
Woo-woo. You don't have a Husky standing on his feet, Aaron. Oh, that's how you attack the rim, ladies and gentlemen. Bam, right in your grill. And he has something to say.
Yeah, Asabor was saying you got to tee him up for that. He got right in the face of great Asabor.
Woo. Shots fired in the Apple Cup, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, boy. Isaiah Watts, the young fella's got some bounce, Aaron.
And it is a technical foul on Isaiah Watts. Asabor called it.
Yeah, if I'm Isaiah Watts, I'll take that technical. Boy, you talking about finishing.
Do you think his coach feels the same way?
Yes, sir. Yeah. David Riley was an ex-basketball player. He knows what time it is. You got to let that one go. Even though it costs you a couple points.
A sight for sore eyes for the Huskies. Davis gets both free throws. Now, Cougars trying to find some kind of spark.
This is the second year in a row, Aaron. He had a couple nice dunks like that last year. He's absolutely showing out for his homecoming.
Watts, the sophomore out of West Seattle.
You know, it's a lot of motivation when the home team doesn't really recruit you. And I don't think they recruited Isaiah Watts at all when Mike Hopkins was here. The boy has turned into a fantastic player for the Washington State Cougars.
Harris hunts his second, and he bags it.
Got too much room for Harris. Got his feet set, his shoulder squared, knocks it down. You got to make him put that ball on the floor.
A stark contrast for these two teams behind the arc tonight. Calmise, he answers on the other end.
He's not bashful at all. He's going to keep shooting.
Calmise in double figures with 11.
Yeah, Washington has to be careful because he could get hot. He's motivated there.
Just the second made triple for the Cougs tonight.
I think David Riley's about to blow a gasket.
Well, things are getting pretty lively here inside Heck Ed.
Yeah, because of plays like that, can't help but be chippy. Right in your grill.
(49-38). Huskies leading the Cougars. Yeah, flex cam going on here during the break. Everybody rolling up the sleeves.
Yeah, everybody getting into the act, Jack. Little kids are loving it. I just love the excitement on people's face when they see themselves on the Jumbotron.
Pretty serious foul trouble for the Cougs. Watts and Erikstra both with 4, Price with 3. Cougars have committed 6 fouls already in the second half. No fouls committed, meanwhile, by the Dogs.
Yeah, we haven't even played 5 minutes yet. There's 15:43 left, so that's huge for Washington State.
You know, Asabor had to miss a significant portion of the first half because he picked up 2 quick fouls. He has not picked up a foul since.
Yeah, but some guys picked up the slack for him, so let's see if somebody can pick up the slack for Washington State.
There's Asabor with the ball in his hands, backing down Okafor into the corner. Mason. This is Parker Garrett's on the floor for the first time, number 10.
Yeah, Parker's a local kid. From Olympia, Washington, at least the state of Washington. There's Watts.
Outlet finds Davis. Corner 3, Mason.
Yeah, Makai Mason's letting it go. That's 2 in a row from the corner. Where the point's going to come from Washington State, Aaron? That's my concern. I don't think Okafor is an offensive player.
That's a pretty look, and it's denied at the rim by Harris as Watts went up and under. And a foul on Harris. That's his second.
Now look at this. Just as we said that, here comes LaJuan Watts back into the game at the 14:42 mark with 4 fouls.
I mean, is this just simply a matter of if you are David Riley, you just can't let this one get much further away from you?
I think that's exactly it. He doesn't want to let it get away, but he also doesn't want one of his best players to foul out with 14 minutes left. Isaiah missed that one.
So here is LaJuan Watts with 4 fouls. Meanwhile, Zoom Diallo checks in. Diallo normally a starter, or at least has been in recent games. Did not start tonight. Came off the bench as DJ Davis got the start. That's paid off. He's got 13 to lead the Dogs. This is both.
Yeah. A characteristic for Isaiah, who's a pretty good shooter.
Almost an 80% free throw shooter.
Maybe his arm is tired from that monster one-hand dunk he had.
Ossibor with a little shimmy. Gets the miss and puts it back.
But that's what I mean, Aaron. When he could go one-on-one with his defender, most times he's going to beat him off the dribble. That was a pretty wicked crossover he hit him with. Missed it, but got his offensive rebound as we see Isaiah Watts on the floor. Not sure what happened. Like he's going to shake it off. He's a tough kid. I expect him to shake this off. I don't think he's going to go into the concussion tent there. Ossibor looked like he pulled a Moses Malone. He threw that off the backboard pretty hard, knowing he can get it back. An easy finish with the left hand.
And Watts looked like he just kind of ran into his own man, ran right into Indy Okafor.
He's grabbing that left wrist. Hopefully he's okay. Isaiah came out of West Seattle High School here, and he went to South Kent Prep School for a minute, broke a wrist. I'm not sure if it was the left or the right. Was supposed to go to Seton Hall, I believe it was, and decommitted and ended up at Washington State with Kyle Smith. Had a really good freshman year last year, and this year he's playing well also. As you can see, that left wrist is bothering him a little bit. Yeah.
Foul on Zoom Diallo, his second. Cooper's trying to snap a 2-minute scoring drought. Price jump stop in the paint, fouled, counted. He's got a chance for a three-point play.
Yeah, that was a beautiful move. Got right to the spot that he wanted. Really nice looking jump hook. No help defense from the Huskies. They just let him take 1, 2, 3 dribbles, jump stop, and a nice power move to finish through the contact.
That's now 3 fouls on Harris.
Yeah, Harris needs to hit the weight room a little bit. He's long and athletic, but he needs to get stronger, especially if he's going to be playing against bigger guys down into the post.
Wilhelm Breidenbach is out for the second half. Had to get some stitches on the side of his head after a hard fall. So the Huskies a little short-handed, especially down low.
In a 10-point game, Ethan Price has 11. He's having himself a nice game here tonight. Zoom wants to post up against smaller defenders.
Diallo hanging, fouled, and you can count it.
Yeah, we were showing the flex cam, but it just must be flex night because everybody's flexing. Flexing on loose balls, flexing on dunks, flexing on and ones. What's next, Aaron? Somebody's going to flex when they make a free throw?
I'm waiting for you to lead the charge. Breidenbach says you can count it. Chance for a three-point play as the Huskies are already in the bonus now with just under 14 minutes to play in the second half.
That's not good for Washington State at all. Any kind of contact, they're going to be shooting free throws. And Parker Garrett getting some playing time here. Redshirted last year for Washington State. Nice pass.
Price couldn't hold on to it. Will stay on this end.
Yeah, that was a nice play. A little cross cut by Price. Was wide open down there, but pass was a little bit too hot for him. It's a tough matchup for Christian King. Christian King is more of a small forward, big shooting guard. Redshirt freshman as well.
Price playing with 3 fouls. Double to the corner. Watts.
A great box out by great Ossibor. Didn't even need to leave his feet to get his hands on that rebound. That big wide body.
Long 3, DJ Davis. He bags his 3rd triple tonight.
Yeah, maybe it's a coming out party here tonight for DJ Davis. Well, I'm telling you, it's chippy here. Ethan Price is talking smack to Christian King. I thought he dropped his shoulder right there. Wouldn't have surprised me if they would have called an offensive foul. But DJ Davis doing his thing way behind the line. Nice to see him get it going a little bit tonight.
Davis leading all scorers with 16 points.
His best game of the season by far, Aaron.
You can see they're averaging just under 6 a game.
Yeah.
Think he'll be in the starting lineup next time?
I think so. Only thing he hadn't done is flex. Everybody else has.
Okafor.
He's not looking for his offense at all. He's just out there to turn the ball, play some defense and rebound.
Watts hanging tough in the tap in. No good by Okafor. Looked like that was for sure going in. And a foul committed. It looked like that's on Osibor. That would be his third.
Yeah, the ref must have saw him grab Okafor there, who's really going after that offensive rebound hard. I'll take another look right here. Yeah, I don't know about that one, Aaron. There's a little bit of contact by Osibor, but yeah, I don't know. Great use of the body by LaJuan Watts right there. Stealing off Makai Mason.
Yeah, that's now the third foul on Mason.
And the fouls are starting to add up on both sides.
So Mason headed out.
Why not?
Harris, who has 3 fouls himself, is back on the floor. LaJuan Watts penetrates baseline, gets Harris in the air, and Harris just picked up his 4th.
Yeah, that was a smart play right there by LaJuan Watts. Just took his time, wasn't even thinking about getting the basket. He knew he was going to draw the foul. Nice little rip through to a jump stop and pump fake. This is just a veteran move right here. Great patience. Showed that ball a little bit, stop, jump stop, getting to the free throw line.
Harris becomes the 3rd player in this game with 4 fouls. The other are on the Cougs side.
Me and you might get in that night, Aaron. Get loose, baby.
I mean, we have reached the bonus in record time, and that's on the heels of the first half. It felt like we were saying the same thing.
Yeah. That big possession right here defensively for Washington State. They're still down 14. They got to get a stop.
Diallo taken off, and he's fouled, and it is in. Oh my gosh, Diallo with a rabbit out of the hat.
Well, if anybody's been in the weight room, it's that young man right there, Aaron. He's strong, man. He can finish through contact, as we see right here. 6'4" point guard just taking it right at the big and finishing with the and one.
Fox College Hoops Friday takes over primetime this week. St. John's Rick Pitino leads the Red Storm against Providence in a Big East battle. It all tips off Friday, 8 Eastern on Fox. Both teams in the bonus tonight with 9:10 remaining in the first half and with over 12 minutes to go in the second half. There's no shortage of physicality in this game.
No, there's a lot on the line as we see a little wrap around Isaiah Watts' left hand when he fell down there on that end. Not sure if that's the same wrist he broke when he was at South Kent, but he's on the bench right now.
Diallo misses the free throw, can't convert the 3-point play. Here's Price for 3. And has been ice cold from behind the arc tonight for the Cougars. They're 2 for 13.
And that was a great look for him. That shoot around, Danny Sprinkle talked about running those guys off the 3-point line. And so LaJuan Watts gets the easy layup. They need some stops on this end, and like you said, Aaron, at some point they got to knock down some 3-point shots if they're going to get back in this one.
Now, you won't believe it looking at the score right now, but this was a game the Cougars really had good control over for a good chunk of the first half. In fact, the Huskies only led by 4 as King lets it fly. Only led by 4 at halftime, but the second half has been pretty much dominated by the Dogs. Calmise. He is 13, averages 16 a night, leading scorer for the Cougars.
He can get hot, Aaron. He can score the basketball. You mentioned he was the freshman of the year at Lamar. Didn't get much burn here at Washington last year.
Cougars have simply not shot the ball well so far tonight. Diallo puts on the brakes,
nice
dishes it off, and Osibor is looking for some kind of whistle and won't get it.
Oh, give the big fella the ball. He had his guys sealed for like 5 minutes down there in the paint, Aaron.
Bryce pivots, spins, fades. Rebound pulled down. Why not? Instead, the other way. Diallo up and under.
Yeah, that was nice. Nice reverse lay-in by Zoom Diallo. Off a great pass by great Osibor.
Calmise wide open, and he hits the three.
Yeah, you can't back off of a team's leading scorer, even though that's not what he's known for, knocking down three-point shots. He just has the green light and plays with a lot of confidence. He's going to keep shooting them.
And a rare made three. In fact, Calmise has 2 of the 3 tonight for the Cougars.
Because this Washington lead to 11.
And if the Cougars can find their stroke like they've had for much of the season, they can close this gap pretty quickly. Harris, he hits. He's had a night behind the arc. 9 points, all on triples.
Yeah, I talked about him having to put the ball on the floor. He didn't go to the basket, but wow, look at that. He can get hot, Aaron. He's starting to cook a little bit. That's 6 points in a row, or 7 points in a row for Nate Calmise.
Yeah, Calmise a game high 18 now, under 10 to play. Davis has that knocked away. Good defense there by Lawan Watts, playing with 4 fouls.
And Isaiah Watts is checking back into the ball game, but he's still holding that left arm close to his body, Aaron, which lets me know that something's not right with that left wrist. You can see it taped up right there. It's going to be an ISO for Osibor over here on this left side of the court.
Corner 2 to shoot. Mason has to heave it. An air ball and a shot clock violation.
Yeah, not a good possession right there, but the shot clock was low for Washington. Wanted to try to isolate great Osibor, but Washington State wouldn't let him do it. I think every team he plays against is going to try to take the ball out of his hands there and make somebody else beat him.
And one of the real issues tonight for the Cougs, 18 turnovers. Their season high is 21. Watts tries to feed it away, and on cue, the Cougs turn it over.
Good idea, but a bad pass by Lawan.
We heard earlier this week, David Riley, first-year head coach for the Cougs, talked about how disruptive the Huskies can be on defense and how much of an issue he thought that could be for his team. Price, straightaway deep three.
Another wide open, great look. Just can't get it to go.
Last touch, Osibor.
Yeah, Ethan Price is going to watch the game film on this one tomorrow or tonight. He's going to be like, man, I had some really good looks. I just couldn't knock him down.
Now, this is a Cougars team for the season, shooting 35% from behind the arc as this ball is stripped. Iheanacho. And tonight, the Cougs shooting 20% from behind the arc.
Yeah, and Iheanacho just does all the little things that coaches love. Plays great defense, never complains about shots or minutes. Just goes out there and does what he does.
Iheanacho plants and finishes.
Yeah, nice to see him get some offense in as well. He works so hard on the defensive end. I don't think they run anything for him, Aaron, offensively.
Now 20 turnovers for the Cougars, one shy of their season high.
Washington State's going to have to just come out of straight man-to-man. They're going to have to start trying to full court press or something with 7:15 left to play, down 14. They can't let UW just come down and just take all this time off the clock each possession.
Yeah, they're milking it down now. 6 on the shot clock. And we'll stay here. Under 8 to play tonight on what has been, yeah, that kind of night. We've seen a lot of that from both sides. It's a new conference for the Huskies and a new head coach, Danny Sprinkle. His first season here on Montlake. He's been to the tournament each of the last 3 years with Montana State, and then last year with Utah State. Was there for 1 year before coming here to Seattle. A guy who was born in the state. In fact, he was born in Pullman on the other side of the state, in Cougar territory, of course, and his father played for the Huskies football team back in the 60s. So he's a guy with some real connections to the state of Washington and here to the University of Washington. Meanwhile, Washington State, 20 turnovers leading to 19 Husky points.
Yeah, that's been the Achilles heel.
Oh, with the shot clock dwindling down, Makai Mason knocks down his second triple.
Had a really good game against Eastern Washington, and he's still shooting well. Talk about a line drive right there from Erickson. But he hits it.
He's been a good three-point shooter this year. Erickson playing with 4 fouls.
And you're talking about the turnovers for Washington State. That's been their Achilles heel tonight. 20 of them. Not going to win many games with that amount of turnovers.
Iheanacho with a long wingspan finger roll is fouled. That's the 5th for Erickson. He is done.
Yeah, he's going to get the old right left from the crowd. Sit down.
Thrasterson will take his spot.
Doesn't have as much size, but doesn't need it because Washington isn't that big either.
Watts on the bench as well. You can tell he's dealing with a wrist injury.
Yeah, that wrist is bothering him. He was really fired up. One of the big time dunks you're going to see all season long. Right in Great Alsabor's face for the 6'2", 6'3" Isaiah Watts. Not sure if he's done for the night, but the longer he sits over there, the stiffer that wrist is going to get. That's one thing I do know.
Does tonight strike you as just an off night shooting for the Cougars, or has there been something about this Husky defense that you think has really led to a very abnormal night shooting the ball for the Cougars?
No, I think it's been all Washington State they've been off because they've had some wide open looks that you can't put on the defense. But I think the emotions are high. You know, coming off the conference realignment, they're not happy about not getting picked up, and I guess Washington leaving the conference. So there's a lot of emotions in this game, Aaron. And when you play with a lot of emotion, man, it's hard to shoot the ball well. You got to find a way to settle yourself down. Isaiah Watts coming home, Nate Calme's playing against his old team. I think all those things factor in.
Iheanacho running some clock here, under 6 to play.
Yeah, smart basketball by Washington. Don't be in a hurry.
Harris puts up a 3. He's knocked down 3 of them tonight. Alsabor is fouled. He puts it through, and a chance for a 3-point play.
He's got a big body down there. He's hard to keep off the offensive glass. He draws fouls as well as anyone I've seen in college basketball in a long time. He really has a knack for getting to the free throw line. He's just got to be able to convert when he gets there, Aaron.
Interestingly enough, this is his first time to the stripe tonight. He now has 12 points. I mean, he has been among the leaders in the country in free throw attempts, whether you're looking at per game or overall.
He hit that one. He has a nice stroke. I just think it's all mental. It's all in his head. Washington extending their defense a little bit in this 1-3-1 with the long left of Tyler Harris at the top. Then they switch up and go man-to-man. How about that? Trying to keep Washington State off balance. Oh, good steal.
Iheanacho picks the pocket. Here comes Harris. Going up against 2. Reverse layup. Tough angle.
Yeah, that was a nice finish right there by Tyler Harris in transition. I was trying to figure out where he was going to go with that, but the nice reverse with the left.
Biggest lead tonight for the Dogs. Everything's been falling now. You can count that. Calmes now with 20 points.
He's been the one bright spot along with Isaiah Watts. He's playing with a lot of confidence. His team is down big, but he's still out there talking about somebody's too small. Oh, man. At 20 on the night for Nate Calmese, 8 for 17 from the field, 5 rebounds. He's a good rebounder for a guard. Came in this one, I think, averaging just under 5. Getting 21 now.
Cougars had shot over 50% from the floor in the last 2 games. In fact, their last time out in a win against Missouri State on Saturday, they shot 63%. It was the highest single game percentage for the Cougs since 2011. And tonight the Huskies have been able to limit them to something much different. 6 on the shot clock, and Iheanacho saves it, and Mason, is this going to work? It has been that kind of night and that kind of half for the Huskies.
I saw him work on that play at shootout. Just the way Coach Sprinkle drew it up. DJ Davis jumped in the air, was going to get it blocked, just let it go. But when it's your night, it's your night.
That was the 10th triple as Wynot bags one. That's the 10th triple by the Huskies. It matches a season high.
It just goes to show you, Aaron, when the ball's bouncing your way, man, doesn't seem like anything could go wrong. Kai Mason knocks down another one. Yeah.
Iheanacho taken off, and another bucket for the Huskies.
Yeah, nice finish by him. As you see Coach Danny Sprinkles pumped up. He's proud of the way his guys are playing. They're all smiling. Good finish to the game for the Washington Huskies. As we look at this broken play right here, I don't think Danny Sprinkle drew it up like this. But Makai Mason said, yak him. I'll knock it down, baby. Just get it to me.
Tonight's Smoking Player of the Game is sponsored by Old Trapper. What's your beef? All right, Eldridge, who's taking home all the jerky tonight?
DJ Davis tonight, baby. Inserted into the starting lineup, and he responded. You know, Danny Sprinkle needed somebody to knock down some perimeter shots, and he just did an absolutely fantastic job. 3 for 7. Nice performance by him. I just would like to see him build on this game, elevate his game to another level, because they're going to need him in Big Ten play.
Well, look at all the double-digit scorers tonight for the Dogs. 6 of them, in fact, with Davis leading the charge. You know, Davis started every game for Butler last year. He averaged about 14 a game. Price knocks it down.
And he finally hits one. He's had some good looks, Aaron. You know, we were talking about DJ Davis and the fantastic job he's done tonight. Makai Mason, the previous game. Those guys have to click on all cylinders together. That's going to be the key. Because January 2nd, Maryland is coming in here with Derek Queen. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't seen him, he's must-see TV. He's in Illinois fighting the Illini right after that. And it gets real in Big Ten play.
That's on Calmese. Full court pressure from the Cougars. Now with under 4 minutes to play. I'll tell you what, you know, Al, you go back to that first half and call it midway through, 3/4 of the way through the first half. You did not see this score coming.
No, Washington State was playing extremely well, playing with a lot of confidence, but foul trouble. Foul trouble hurt him. Really did. Watts picked up his 4th early.
Well, this is a Cougars team that's been playing really well. They've won 6 of their last 7.
And look at Washington with DJ Davis on the line. Nobody even lines up on the free throw line. They know it's money. Let's just get back and get ready to play defense. He's going to knock him down.
Cougars trying to take a play out of the Huskies playbook there for a second. Watts goes up and is fouled.
Yeah, Price just forced that one up. Unfortunately for Washington State, DeJuan Watts was right there underneath the rim to get the rebound. Yeah, the basketball version of the Apple Cup looked like it's going to go to the Washington Huskies.
Well, this felt like a football game at times tonight.
Yeah. Wow, what was that, Aaron? Like DeJuan Watts was I didn't even think he was serious. It looked like he just threw it up there. That's his shot, though. I see. Okay. All right. Yeah, everybody's got.
Now, what if somebody had said that about you?
They're not gonna say that about me because my stroke was pretty, baby. I ain't worried about that one.
I had the Iheanacho.
Yeah, he's smart. He's gonna dribble that back out and run some time off the clock. I really like Iheanacho. One of those glue guys.
Well, he's one of 2 players, he and Osibor, who start every game for the Huskies. That's the 4th on Calmise.
He tried to act like he didn't do anything, but there's a clear foul right there at midcourt in front of the official. Kind of hard to hide that one. Washington has Seattle U up next, Aaron, and then the New Jersey Institute of Technology before it's going to all finish out with Big Ten games. But a nice home stretch for them. Chance to fine-tune some things. I think Danny Sprinkle will sleep a little bit better tonight.
Yeah, then things get real as soon as the calendar flips to January. Maryland, Illinois, then to the Breslin Center to take on Michigan State.
Yeah, Michigan State's got a nice squad. We all know Tom Izzo, one of the best coaches in college basketball. But it's tough to play on the road in any league. And talk about the Big Ten going on the road. Boy, that's going to really be tough.
A little different travel plans this year for the Huskies.
Yeah. There's a lot of frequent flyer miles. I don't know if they charter, if they think they're going to be on Delta. There.
Timeout called by Washington State after Watts puts it through. Now, Cougars this year playing in the WCC. They are an affiliate member of the West Coast Conference this year and next year. They'll take on Northern Iowa in Vegas and then at Portland right after Christmas. They will have league play starting up soon.
You know what's interesting about that, Aaron, is they're going to have to play Gonzaga, who never wanted to play them, even though it's only an hour and 20-minute drive. But now they're going to play each other, so that should get a good turnout, I would think. The Zags, of course, in 2 years will be in the new Pac-12.
Yep, Spokane and Pullman. Now, I'm about to say not far apart, but you try to make that drive on the wrong night, and that might take you a while.
You ain't kidding, man. It's a beautiful drive on the Palouse if you do it in the daytime when the sun is out. It's gorgeous.
It's white knuckle at the wrong time.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Just over 2.5 to play.
Yeah, it might be a little bit too late for this full court pressure now by Washington State with 2:32 left. They're down 15. Smart job by Washington. Just run as much clock as you can so you get a shot up. Nice pass.
Beautiful feed to Harris. Denied at the rim.
He hesitated there, and he should have just went up with it as soon as he caught it.
That was Okafor right there.
6'8". Got to catch that ball and dunk on somebody's head.
Two seconds on the shot clock. And he steps out of bounds.
Yeah, I thought they would have threw something up towards the rim. You know, get a little lob going to the basket. That's a bad pass right there by Ethan Price.
Well, for the Dogs, Eldridge, this is one that they can really feel good about, especially as we just look at their schedule and they're getting ready to turn the calendar into conference play.
They're getting some different guys stepping up at different times. Like I said, last game it was Makai Mason. I believe he had 23 tonight. DJ Davis has 19. Great Osibor with 13, but he really hasn't been the focal point of the offense here tonight. But they've got to get everybody clicking at the same time.
Osibor had a pretty quiet first half, just 4 points. Has turned it on since halftime.
He's got some nice skills. Really good ball handler. When he misses, he knows that he's one of the first guys to the offensive rebound. preseason all Big Ten selection.
Yeah, we know this about his game. He does a lot. It's more than just the points. 7 boards and 4 assists.
He's got a nice all-around game.
Now, you look at it in terms of the numbers in the conference right now in Big Ten, top 20 in points and rebounds and assists. He's at the very top in steals. Pretty well-rounded player in that regard.
Yeah, I'm going to date myself with this comparison there, and all the millennials are going to be like, what the hell is he talking about? But you guys remember Steve Austin, the $6 million man? But that's the $2 million man right there. So he better stuff the stat sheet. Nice finish by Tyler Harris. Yeah.
Harris gets a chance to complete the three-point play. Yeah, it's a long look on the face of a lot of Cougs fans tonight inside the building.
Yeah, a lot of them hit the X's early. They were talking smack in here earlier. Most of them are gone now. Yeah, I'm watching Danny Sprinkle on the sideline. He's really energized. I think he's really pleased with his team's performance here tonight. Against a rival school that you knew came in here with a lot on their mind.
That's 87 points for the Huskies tonight for the second straight game. That matches their season high. They scored 87 last time out against Eastern Washington. That was a week ago.
There's Osabor with another rebound. And Danny Sprinkle's still over there coaching. A good job by Washington tonight, just being real patient. They've been running clock for about 10 straight minutes.
You're right.
Yeah.
It's been a remarkable shooting night for the Dogs. 51% from the floor. They have been dynamite from behind the arc. Davis will go to the line again. Davis, who last year led the nation, he shot 95% from the stripe. Was that Butler, and before that UC Irvine. This is third stop. There's been a lot happened since we were talking about the starting lineups, but let it not be lost that was the big storyline before tip-off, was DJ Davis getting the start tonight. It was just his 4th start of the year and his first start in a month.
Yeah, I was a bit surprised when I got to shoot around and learned that. I thought Zoom Diallo had been doing a good job. Now, speaking of Zoom, he has 12 on the night off the bench. Like he's going to come in and get a little bit more burn here. DJ Davis comes out with 21 on the night. Really good performance by him. Much needed, especially the three-point shots. That's what Washington's going to need if they're going to free up Great Osabor to get a chance to go one-on-one down there on the block. That dude knows how to score, doesn't he? Knows how to use his body.
89 points tonight for the Huskies, the most against the Cougs since 2016. Butler. And they will just hold it.
Keep playing, keep away, yeah. They've done everything.
They're going to put it up here for the shot clock. Now this has been one of the great shooting performances of the season for the Huskies. As Watts is fouled again.
He's got some long arms, man. Looks like he could almost scratch his kneecap standing straight up, man. He's got some long arms. He's well built. Got him listed at 6'6". Nice player. Watched him a couple times last season at Eastern Washington, so I know he knows how to play.
Now Watts is one of the 5 players for the Cougars who averages double figures. And the offense has been such a major storyline for the Cougs this year, how good they have been for first-year head coach David Riley. But it's the Huskies tonight with 6 players in double figures.
Yeah, some good balance by Washington. Something you like to see as a coach.
And the Huskies, who have had such struggles shooting the ball this season, not the case tonight. They were lights out. 50% from the floor, 48% from behind the arc. And this in-state rival continues with a little bit of a different look this year. And it's all Huskies side inside Heckhead. They take down the Cougars 89-73, the final score.
Yeah, good performance by Washington tonight, Aaron. Washington State came in, made it tough in that first half, but UW was able to pull away from them in the second half and find a really good performance from DJ Davis, who ended up with 21.